下行 going down.
下行 going down. 下行 is going down. 下行 in Japanese is picture. Cantonese and Japanese, totally different. Though Chinese can read Japanese.
ELO, first floor.
ELO, first floor. Chinese can read Japanese, but totally different also. For example, we would say, kataguruma in Japanese, which means a wheel over the shoulder. And in Chinese, they would say something totally different. I don't know how to say, but with the same meaning. So, yeah, quite interesting. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome into that new video. Salut les voyageurs. So today we're in a new city, the city of Shanghai. Actually, we're not in the city of Shanghai. We're on an island, very near. Forgot the name, but I will put it on the map. And right now we are in a very special place, like National Center, Paralympic Olympic Center, and also Regional Center. Depends of which sport you belong to. And in that video, I'm going to interview the head coach, which is Felipe Sanchez. Is, as you can guess, from Spain. So I think it's going to be very interesting to have the point of view, the perspective of a foreign coach in China, because he's coaching the team here. He have quite a lot of experience already because he's here since many years, have been a national head coach also. So yeah, we'll meet him and talk with him. I'm already here since 2 days. And just before that, because it's a very big center, you can have everything here, like everything that you need, hospital, school, physio, gym, everything. You can have anything. And as some of you know, my hips are terrible. Yeah, so I'm going to see a physiotherapist right now because I'm not doing very fine. And yeah, funny thing, that physiotherapist is actually from France. So that just makes things easier. Not many things that could make me stop the project. First one is finance. If I don't find money, then I would have to stop. And second big one is health. And yeah, I really need to take care of those hips, flexibility. Otherwise, that would be the last year. But I'm sure I'm gonna be fine. Let's see what this guy will say. Gabriel, by the way. Alright, so just look around a little bit. It's really nice here. Okay, so guess what? I got lost. But finally I know the place. So let's meet Gabriel.
J'ai eu une triple fracture de la cheville quand j'avais 14 ans.
Okay.
Et j'ai commencé à avoir des problèmes de hanche un an après.
Ok, je vais te montrer l'exercice de hanche parce qu'après il faut que j'y aille.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, so we will do the video tomorrow because too busy during the football, so it's gonna be a judo. So I'm right now in the beautiful dojo of the team here, as you can see behind me. It's like very big, very clean, all the materials that you need. And I'm right now, so with the head coach, Felipe Sanchez, right?
Hi.
We're going to talk a little bit about judo in China and his experience.
Yeah, I'm Felipe Sanchez. I'm a Spanish judo coach, and this is my 5th year in China. First, I was working I started here in Beijing. Later, I come to Shanghai. I started this project in Shanghai team. In 2021, I was in the national team, in the Chinese national team, and now I come back to one of the high performance training center in China and in Shanghai. Now we are in Shanghai team. Okay, about the high performance training center in China, you can imagine China is a really huge country. They have a lot of provinces. I don't know exactly how many provinces they have, but most of the provinces they have at least one high performance training center. So let's say in China, maybe I'm sure they have more than 40 centers like this. Some of them they are more focused on maybe heavyweights, lightweights, or more. Some teams they only have a male team, female team, and some teams. I heard you are going to visit Shandong next week. For example, it's a huge team. We have really many members, and for example, this team is, let's say, smaller. We have around 25 athletes. Okay, about the past of the Chinese judo, maybe some people don't know about the story about the Chinese judo, but they have a really good results. Total, they have 23 Olympic medals. That is, I think, is not a mistake, but I think this is the 4th in the medal list in the world. I think it's only Japan, France, and Korea have more Olympic medals than them. So finally, it's a big potential in this country, especially they are much stronger in the female category, but I hope in the future, I think they have the talent athletes enough to have a strong male team also.
Okay.
Okay, in my team, about what is my role in the team, I'm the head coach in Shanghai team, but it's true that now I'm more focused on the senior team, let's say, on the athletes they are preparing for the national games. In China, every 4 years they have the national games. It's like the Olympic Games for all the sports in China, and my role now is to prepare these athletes for this event. Okay, about the culture and about the cultural differences between China and Spain, or let's say the Western countries. Of course, there's big differences, but finally, after working here for a while, you can adapt well. You are working hard to do that, and also it's true that the Chinese people is very warm. They always give me a good welcome, and finally, it's easier to adapt here because at least maybe you don't understand the language. Or of course, after a few years, you can start to understand a little bit, and also we have the help of translators. But also, they are people very nice, very friendly, so it's much easier. It makes the things much easier for us. Okay, about the strength of the Chinese judo players, I think first they have a lot of Chinese athletes. So finally, the best athletes, they are really talented because they have a big selection, and also they are hard workers because they are in a professional teams. They are training really hard since they are young athletes. So finally, it's easy to reach a high level with them because they are full-time athletes. About the weaknesses of the Chinese athletes, maybe sometimes they have the lack of passion, like we have in Europe, that sometimes we need to pay the tournaments by ourselves or our own teams. And here, because they are professionals since very young, sometimes they don't have this feeling of to be a champion. So sometimes this is maybe the main problem. Okay, about how popular is the Chinese judo, the judo, in China. I can say that it's not the biggest sport in China, but not biggest sport in China is even so big compared with Europe. Finally, it's like a continent. So let's say there are other sports much popular in China, like table tennis, weightlifting, because they're swimming, because they have better results, and also it's also about tradition. You know, the relationship between China and Japan in the past was not really good. So some sport that comes from Japan maybe is not the most popular. But anyway, they have more. I think they have more than 1,000 professional athletes, full-time athletes training judo. So finally, they have a big potential in all the Olympic sports because they invest a lot of money and they provide all the resources you need to develop the different Olympic sports. Yeah, about let's say, close is China for the foreigners. Maybe it's something that we believe. Me the same. When I arrive here, I start to check information on the internet about the high performance in China. And sometimes it's true that you don't find many information, but sometimes it's not because they are so close. I think they are quite open, but it's true that the language barrier is important. right now the new generation start to speak English and it's much easier. But as you can, let's say you have the experience now, it's the first week in China or the second week in China, and you can enter the high performance training center. Okay, of course you need to ask for permission, the same like in France or in Spain. But I mean, they are quite open and they like to show on the social media. But it's true they have some different social media. Instead of YouTube, they have another websites or another social media. But finally, they are quite open and they really like to show the rest of the world how is their potential. Okay, about the Spanish tradition, as you say, we have our own culture, also about Mediterranean food is quite different here. But it's true that in China you can find everything you want. And also, last year many friends, many athletes come here to visit our center. So always they come, I tell them, hey, please bring me some ham, some Spanish ham, some chorizo or whatever. But anyway, in China, there is one app, this is called Taobao. You can find everything. Also, you can find products from any supermarket in Spain. So it's not a big problem.
So if I understand good, that means that this place is welcome for foreign people if they ask before and if they bring you some good food, right?
Yeah, for sure. If you want to bring me some Western food, for sure you are welcome. But I really want to make this center more international, and I hope more and more teams they want to join our training session, and why not to improve the level together.
Okay, all right. Muchas gracias.
Okay, so thank you, Julian, for your visit. I hope to see you soon here in China, and also why not in Shanghai. Thank you so much.
That would be nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.